Twitch hits hard with the first real wave of DMCA takedowns, as we talked about before. Did you get hit with any yourself?
Nope.
Neither did I. And that's because months ago, you and I scoured our shit.
I purged,
downloaded and purged, and I haven't touched a single licensed music track, whether it was in a video game or not. I haven't touched a single. I listened to the same Dead Life album on repeat for the intro of my stream, and then I have !BYOM for bring your own music. So that you watch my stream, you're going to get game audio. I was playing Tony Hawk with no in-game soundtrack. I was listening to it myself in my headphones and only pumping the game audio to the stream. Bring your own. Listen to it yourself. You go on Spotify. The whole soundtrack was there. You listen to the whole fucking thing on your own headphones. You want the full experience. Otherwise, you can listen to whatever the shit you want to listen to. Taylor Swift, go for it. Nickelback, go for it. You can listen to anything you fucking want. But I'm not risking the shit because of what's happening right now. Twitch sent out fucking hordes of emails to partners big and small and streamers in general to inform them that one or more of their videos in some indiscriminate or indeterminate amount of time or a non-disclosed amount of time is probably the right word to say, and that they had gone ahead and done them the solid of deleting all the content for them and dealing with those DMCA notices. Now, most of that, I imagine, is because, well, Twitch doesn't really have a back end for content creators to deal with these things in the first place, so they didn't have a choice anyway. But what they wrote here, I'll read the email specifically, is, oh, for God's sake, I can't even read that on this screen. It's not available to me. Fucking really? Twitter? Hold on, one sec. I can get there in like 2 seconds.
I believe. I mean, I see it.
For some reason, it's probably because I'm not logged in on Twitter on that PC.
Here.
Well, I mean, I can. Oh, here we go. I found it. I got it. All right. We are writing to inform you that your channel was subject to one or more of these DMCA takedown notifications, and that the content identified has been deleted. We recognize that by deleting this content, we are not giving you the option to file a counter notification or seek a retraction from the rights holder. In consideration of this, we have processed these notifications and are issuing you a one-time warning to give you the chance to learn about copyright law and the tools available to manage the content on your channel. And then they went on to talk about that they are, like I said, on Friday going back to their old, the old DMCA system, and so you're not getting any more warnings, whatever the fuck that means. Good luck and Godspeed. And so it was another few days or couple days of every content creator on Twitter lamenting it, deleting shit, wiping. Man vs. Game, I think, is in the midst of wiping 10 plus years of stream content.
That's what I did.
And going through all of that. And it's, here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. Ultimately, as far as I'm concerned, I don't give a fuck that I can't play licensed music on my streams or not. I gotta be honest with you, it didn't change my life in the slightest. The year's 20, godforsaken fucking 20. We have the technology where I can easily listen to whatever the shit I want. I can listen to 4K porn in the background in my headphones and not pass that shit onto the stream. They just get gameplay audio, whatever the fuck it is that I'm playing. And everyone, and I mean everyone, has the ability to listen to whatever the fuck music they want on the other side, and nobody has to worry about copyright. Doesn't matter. So it didn't change my life in the slightest. But what I do have a problem with and take issue with is that Twitch is not providing any true tools on the back end of their website to properly manage content, both new and decade plus old for all the shit that's there. And they send this email out like they're being fucking benevolent and giving everyone a reach around. Like, hey, we're doing you a solid. We recognize that we're not allowing you to counterclaim or to have it asked to be removed. So we deleted it for you already. You're welcome. Oh, and by the way, you have like 72 hours to figure this out because we're going to turn it back to the old system here and not delete it automatically anymore. So have fun. That's what I have a problem with, is how Twitch is handling it, both going forward with tools and for the stuff that we have to deal with right now as content creators. I already went through the expense and the pain and suffering months ago. Jeff did the same thing. And what they're now also talking about with their Twitter threads, I saw Twitch is basically alluding to the fact that live takedowns will also begin to start happening.
No, they haven't really said that.
They alluded to it, is what I say. They didn't say it outright, but they alluded to it.
They've got some lawyer guy that has been basically I'm going to be honest. I think some of this is fear tactics. I'm speculating.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm purely speculating here, but you know, Twitch gave a bunch of people notifications, and there's been a lot of people that I've heard that never played music.
Yeah, it's in-game music that's getting shown up.
What is it? Like, think about this for a second.
Well, you can at least right now, like, okay, so before the takedowns and stuff, there's a tool that's available. I don't think it's Twitch made, it's probably third party, where you can see what sections of your stream, when they get muted in VODs, what was actually the problem. So what Twitch's backend is scanning, recognizing, and muting. And
bro, in Grand Theft Auto,
yeah,
sirens
yeah
sometimes get muted. And your track will get muted for 30 minutes because of sirens.
Yeah.
Even music. I personally think, and once again, I'm speculating. I have no fucking clue, right? I think Twitch is trying to scare as many people as possible into changing their into basically not telling people to stop playing music. Listen, if this is such a huge problem and Twitch does not want you doing it, then say you're going to ban people that play music. Make it a site-wide thing. Anybody that plays music, you lose your partnership. Not this play music, and if you get caught, then you get a strike.
Well, Twitch isn't the one that cares. Twitch is like the middleman here.
But Twitch needs to start caring, right? And so I think what is going on is, I think there's a lot of fear tactics going. I think they're scaring a lot of people into deleting a lot of their content. I think they don't want to just come out and be the platform that says no music. Don't do it. Like, if it's against terms of service, then why aren't you punishing people for it? But you're only going to punish people if a flag happens. Like, if it's really that serious, right? And it's then
well,
why
it's not serious for Twitch, because Twitch actually doesn't have any liability right now. All of that liability is passed on to the end. So if you as a streamer, when you sign the contract, especially as a partner, or you agree to the terms when you sign up to use the site in the first place as a content creator, even before you're a partner, Twitch dumps liability of anything that you do on their site directly back onto you. And that's why if anything with a DMCA comes through, it's going through you, and it's not necessarily going to Twitch. Twitch isn't the one that's going to be paying the money for the DMCA claim should it go all the way through.
I totally get that.
Yeah.
I totally get that. But it's in their terms of service. And it's like, you know, other platforms you can play music, it's not a problem. YouTube, it's not a problem. Facebook, it's not a problem. But it's a problem on Twitch.
Well, it's not a problem on YouTube because the system is automated in such a way and works well enough at this point that that people can at least counter the claims if necessary, and get eventually that shit sorted if they in fact actually have rights to whatever it is that's there. Otherwise, the content stays up. The problem with Twitch right now is because they don't have any tools or whatever, a DMCA claim is going to result in the video going to have to be deleted anyway, and Twitch doesn't have any tools. That's the problem.
Well, my guess is, bro, this is my guess. A lot of people got flagged.
Oh, a ton of people.
No, and they did nothing wrong. I think a lot of people, there was no flag. There's what? Tell me if there was a problem, right? And if there's a DMCA strike, it usually shows the clip and it tells you exactly what it was, what entity is claiming it, and so on and so forth. Nothing was given. Nothing. It's just we removed it. Well, what did you remove? Can you at least tell me, show me the clip?
Well, that's the biggest problem here is that they're not showing you what was removed, why, what was clipped, or anything, and that's it. And I suspect, honestly, I think the bigger thing here is that so much got hit that they didn't want it. Right now their solution was delete it all, closes the claims out, and send an email that's a boilerplate to everyone that had an account that we had to delete shit on. That's the lowest amount of work for Twitch to do while maintaining streamers' accounts with the DMCA not resulting in a takedown and not having to build tools. That's what this first... Twitch might actually be in the midst of trying to build tools in a scramble to fucking keep up with this shit.
Yeah.
But I think that what we saw right now is to not put a tinfoil hat on. I think it's less about that and more about the fact that they didn't want to have to do the amount of work it would have taken to individually let everyone know all of the shit that was flagged on all of their videos because they don't have the tools on the back end to do that themselves. They can see it, but they don't have any way of notifying people. They would have had to pay people to sit down and manually fucking type in or try and use their database to try and fill that shit out and build a tool internally to fill out forms to send off to people in very short order.
Why not tell people what has been flagged? Even if they wanted to just delete the content and say, you know, it is what it is, you have till Friday.
Yeah.
Why not tell the person they have the right to know?
Yeah. Number
one, what was deleted off my account? And number two, what exactly was flagged?
Well, I'm going to say because they don't have tools.
They do have, because yes, they do.
No, they don't have tools. So listen, so what I mean by that is that if they were to tell streamers what was flagged, and let's say there were some sketchy ones, like let's say that was some in-game music that we already know a developer didn't give a shit about, or there was some siren shit or whatever, and they didn't want to have to individually watch all the stuff. They're just getting mass claims sent to Twitch for like in one day, carpet bombed, overwhelm them, and they don't want to watch all that. So they just delete all of it. They don't want to look into it. They don't want to see what it is because it might not be their system that is getting the flag. It's somebody creating claims and sending it in. So
Exactly.
So if they show people what that stuff is and it's something that they want to counter or counterclaim, Twitch does not currently have the back-end tools to allow creators to do that. They don't exist. If you're on YouTube, there are entire tools and processes to counterclaim or
you're not. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You've said that 3 times.
No, but it's answering your question every time. So the reason why they're not telling people.
It's not. What I'm saying is, Adam, if they don't have it in place, they should still tell people what is being flagged. And
but they're not. That's what I'm trying to say, Jeff. Is they're not, because if they did, people would want to, but they have nothing to fucking give the content creators to make the counter. And so it would just create an even bigger shitstorm for them. They took the lesser of the evils here work-wise by just doing it and not telling anyone what it was. Because if they did it, deleted it, and told people what they deleted, and then people saw that shit and knew that they had stuff deleted that didn't actually need to be deleted, or that they could have actually countered before deletion, and Twitch doesn't have the tools for it, the next thing that people are going to ask for, even in more en masse than they are right now, is to have the tools to be able to do the counterclaiming. But there is nothing. There's zero. People would literally have to be looking at the videos that Twitch sent them, that they had to write a tool internally and send this shit out in like 48 hours, have people sit down and see it and see that the shit that they had was actually copyright safe, go down, write a letter or an email to send it into the specific department of the content of the holder that made the claim, which is not always the company, because there are third-party claimant companies that do these things for them, and juggle all of that, and still have to have on Twitch a way to deal with the fact that the copyright content is still up there. And so unless Twitch also had functions where they can make private to not just subscribers, but just make the whole video private or unlisted until the claim had been settled, and then even if it was settled, you would then have to send the confirmation from the fucking settle to Twitch so that they could relist the VOD again. So you can see why they would just say fuck it.
Well, you can't just say fuck it. And this is the reason why.
I'm not saying they should.
Yeah, but the thing is it doesn't change where we're going from here on out.
No, it doesn't. But it buys them time.
3 days?
No, it buys Twitch time. They don't give a fuck about us. This is about Twitch's buying time. Yes, Twitch is currently the one that walks around without a mask and says, I'm not wearing it because I don't get sick, whether I'm wearing a mask or not. They're thinking about them. They're not thinking about the content creators.
Yes, I fully agree with you on that. But what I'm saying is come tomorrow and there's random claims. What are they going to do? They got to show you what the claim is. They got to do all the things that they should have done in the first place.
Well, what if they show the claims and shit, then they have to just do strikes and takedowns on channels.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're
basically whether Twitch does it or not, up front, they've bought 72 hours of tops for themselves and for content creators, because right now what Twitch is saying is they've deleted all of the shit that's a problem. Right? It's all gone. Yeah. So what they're saying is you guys have 3 days to stop playing K-pop over top of your Genshin Impact streams and play fucking Monster Cat until your ears bleed, or your channel's gonna get removed. That's the fucking show.
But it's not just that, though. You've got in-game music, you've got random other things within a game that are being flagged.
Mute it! Turn it off! Like I did with Tony Hawk. You take the slider that says music and you put it to 0. That's the reality. If you want to fight the good fight at the same time and complain about it and fight that shit, people should, because it's bullshit. It's archaic. It's useless. It's counterproductive. It's all things that are represented by old, fat, balding rich men that are white 98% of the time, that have been in the game since our fucking grandchildren, or not grandchildren, grandparents were toddlers. That's what this is about. The reality is it sucks some dick. You're gonna suck some more for a bit. Your jaw's gonna hurt. But right now you can't bite the dick, because if you do, your head's gonna get cut off. You gotta keep sucking it and providing pleasure until the right moment arrives, when you can strike. That's not right now. You back your shit up. You fucking download what you can. You delete it all, and you listen or you send broadcasted, not copyright, not licensed music. Most games, if you're playing World of Warcraft, you're not going to get flagged for the in-game soundtrack to World of Warcraft. It's just not going to fucking happen. You play Grand Theft Auto and you're listening to the radio and they put on sunglasses at night? Yes, guess what? That's a problem.
You're playing The Last of Us and there's a song
There's licensed music? You're fucked. You play Tony Hawk and the most memorable part of it, other than doing unrealistic 748 spin flip tricks onto fucking pipes, climbing up a skyscraper, is the music. And guess what? If you're streaming it, the downside is you can't play it. You gotta mute it. And like I did, just put it on fucking Spotify and route it to your headphones and have everyone else listen to it at their own fucking computer or phone. It's not that hard. It's a pain in the ass. And it shouldn't be that way, but until Twitch builds tools that are like YouTube's, where the person making the claim and the person that has to counter the claim are working through YouTube's back end, so that as soon as one happens and it's a yay or a nay, it shows up on the other side. Nobody wants to be sitting down writing long-winded fucking letters and shit. Twitch doesn't want to be the one to sit there like reading every fucking notice. Never gonna happen in a million years. Twitch wants as little responsibility and as little tool building and as little anything as humanly possible to keep this shit off their hands, because already at this point, they have zero liability. They don't have to worry about shit all. The only thing they need to worry about is somebody broadcasting UFC for the 19th time, making it look like they're trying to play the game UFC 4, when in reality, it's the actual UFC on a Saturday fucking night in the middle of the evening. That's what they need to worry about. And they just take the channel down. But when somebody is listening to fucking Taylor Swift's new song and crying over it while playing League of Legends as a support in the bot lane for like the 5th straight day, 14 hours, and all they've been playing is Taylor Swift's new album on repeat, they don't need to worry about that because a claimant comes in and passes it, and then it's a problem for the streamer. The music industry, unless they really want to be an asshole, are not going to just show up on their doorstep and file a massive blanket fine for all the shit. They did that with YouTube. They don't need to do that anymore. Now it's just, you know what they do? They show up on Twitch's doorstep with 410,000 envelopes, each with an individual copyright claim, and they say, have fun. You've got 24 hours. They give them an impossible task that forces their hand without having to litigate. And Twitch, knowing that they don't technically actually have any horse in the race there, where they're going to lose money, they delete it all. They tell everyone to learn about the fact that they still can't play Tay-Tay, and you got 72 hours. It causes some chaos, but this chaos, way less for them, not us, them, than if they had actually tried to go through and send out the hordes of fucking claims that came through and specific reasons for why it happened, and to open up that bag of worms of content creators going, okay, so Twitch, how do I counter this? Where on the back end can I do that? I can do it on YouTube, but I can't do it here. How am I supposed to go through with that? And Twitch has got like their whole partnership shit and everything is just on fire.
All right.
So it's a mess. And Twitch is absolutely a shitbag for how they're handling it. And the music industry is a shitbag for how they're handling it. But unfortunately, neither of those shitbags really give that much a fuck about us. So we just have to deal with it as it is until the shit matures. And I'm sure it will mature in time. But right now, it ain't it. Right now, you're getting an email from Twitch that literally says, go educate yourself. You have until Friday. That's the cards you're being dealt. And it's garbage. So hopefully, ideally, Twitch eventually builds some tools. But right now, they haven't even collected the materials to build the tools. They're still looking at the fucking sun coming over the hill in Minecraft. And they haven't figured out that they gotta build a fucking hut before night falls. And they need like fucking 6 pieces of dirt and a dream so they don't get killed by spiders with no armor. That's where Twitch is at right now. YouTube, they built a fucking mansion out of pure obsidian on a hill and installed one of Jeff's patented gold stripper poles that go down to the fucking bedrock, and they mine diamonds for fun and occasionally throw diamonds in Twitch's general direction. That is the gap between those two companies for how to handle this shit right now. So Twitch has got some catching up to do. Whether or not they care enough to do it, we'll have to wait and see.